All right, my name is Barry Switzer. I want to welcome those first-time coaches that are coaching for us for our soccer program. I want to thank you, all those returning coaches that have coached with us before. The purpose of today's meeting is to kind of just go over what our philosophy is and kind of why we do what we do and kind of what to expect this season, especially on opening day. A couple things is almost half of kids stop playing sports by age 12. And the reason why it is it doesn't become fun anymore. It's too serious. They don't get enough playing time, too much competition. They don't feel that they are good enough. So these are all reasons why kids stop playing sports. And so what we want to do is we feel it's very important for kids to continue playing sports. Teaches them about good sportsmanship, teamwork, working together to accomplish a common goal. So very important for them to do that. So we want to provide a fun, safe experience where the kids can learn athletic skills about good sportsmanship and increase their self-esteem. And for those parents, we want it to be convenient, well-organized program that doesn't consume the family's life. So we have lots of parents with multiple kids. Some of them are doing my program for all of their kids, and they're just there one day a week. Some may have a couple kids doing some other programs where maybe they practice it a couple times during the week. They're running here and there, some travel things, but they understand when they're in our program, it's just that minimal commitment, one day a week, have practice, have a game, then they get to go home. So you as a coach, what makes a good coach is a couple things: is knowing the player's name, kind of learning who they are, creating a fair rotation, getting kids in and out. Everybody plays, everybody sits. Be positive. Have a practice plan. Be enthusiastic and having fun out there. The kids feed on that. So if you're enthusiastic out there and you're having fun, those kids are going to do the same thing. So those couple things are very important. So you as a coach, you do provide an important role by providing age-appropriate instruction. The 3-year-old is not going to have the same skill set as a 10-year-old. So we will have practice plans that are more age-appropriate. Again, demonstrating good sportsmanship, making a big deal out of the small thing, be organized, have our practice plan. Remote safety we'll talk about, have patience out there. They are kids, they'll do things. So it's important to have patience out there with those kids and executing that equal playing time that we'll talk about. That's one thing that the parents understand is every child will play at least half the game. So for soccer, we'll stop the clock at every quarter. For subbing, if you have a full team, if they're playing at the quarter, they'll sit, and then whoever's sitting, bring them in. Most of the time, the teams aren't full, so a couple players will play, a couple players will sit, and then again, we'll need to make sure everybody plays and everybody is sitting. What you can do as for sub, you can sub at the quarter, and then any time as well. If you want to sub, just let the ref know that you want to sub and do that. If you are the only coach, get a parent to help with substitutions, kind of keep track of who's been in and who's been out. It's something that you want to look for as well. Sportsmanship is not something that we will talk about. You will get a weekly email with the sportsmanship word of the week. What you'll do is you'll talk to the kids about the word of the week. At practice, after the game, you'll present a medal or two for the kids that promoted that. Make a big deal out about it. Remember, during practice, talk to them about word of the week. After the game, all right, what was the word of the week? And so, all right, everyone did a great job. Here you go. You two get the word medal because you all did a great job listening this week. For the Pee-wee division, we also do stickers as well. All the kids will get a sticker, and then you also will pass out a medal or two. The parental pledge, the parents do sign a parental pledge reinforcing what our philosophy is. Again, we get a great group of parents out there. They understand what our league is about. If they are looking for something more competitive, there are those things out there. So we do get kids to do it with us for a while. Then the parents are looking for a little bit more practice, maybe some travel, something, and they can go find those programs. But hopefully by now parents understand that's not what our league is. And like I said, we do get a great group of parents. If there are any issues, we will talk to those parents about that. The parents or the coaches, we have a new website, so you might have noticed different things if it's been a little while since you coached with us. Some coaches were having problems with showing that verified background check, making sure that some of y'all it still showed red. If it's still red and you're down as a coach, it has been processed. If you're having problems doing on that coaches training, which is step 4, let us know and we can work on fixing that. I know they're having some parents or coaches were having issues with that as well. All the coaches' resources are online. It's under the coaches tab. You'll get a weekly email with word of the week and the practice plan. You do not have to follow the practice plan, but it does have good drill ideas to do with the kids. And we have 3 different divisions, so there's 3 different group of practice plans that you could receive. It has drills to do with them, videos to do with them, little diagrams, things like that. So lots of information in there. And we do have a staff member at the field as well, and they will assist at practice, and then they ref the game. So they're there to assist as well. So the game times are online. So when you look online, you'll be able to see the practice time, what color jersey to wear, and what field you're on. You will practice on the field you are on, unless you're in the Palmer Senior Division. We have 3 teams, and one team will do a double header, so one team will be practicing off the side. Otherwise, you will always practice on the field that you are on. You can email the parents through the website under the My Season tab. When you go on there, you'll see where you can send a message to them. You don't have to do it, but if you want to introduce yourself, you can. Don't tell them to get there any earlier than scheduled, especially this week. They're already going to get there extra early anyway, so they'll just get there even more extra early. So whatever time it says, tell them that's when to be there. Like I said, don't be getting there early. If you want to get there early this week, you can to get some information. Like I said, I'm sure those parents will be there early as well. Everyone will be excited out there. So you won't need to bring anything. So all the equipment will be set up. Again, you'll practice on the field except for the one senior soccer team. So you as a coach, what's your responsibilities? Make sure you have a red coach's shirt. We'll have that for you at the field. Review that practice plan. Get there a little bit early to grab the medal and confirm any information. Again, supporting what our philosophy and our coaching standards are. On opening day, again, might think it's a lot going on if you've never coached before, but it really isn't too bad. So when you get there, we'll have a coach's bag for you. It'll have the jerseys in the bag. Jerseys have what size are numbered based on size. So extra small is numbers 1 through 10, small 11 through 20. We got a small, medium, and a large. We'll have a roster in there. That'll have what size jersey the parents ordered. So when you're passing out jerseys, look on the roster and make sure you give that child the correct size jersey. Whenever I coached, I would write on the roster what number I gave that child. It helped me to learn the kids' names when I was practicing with them. We will also give you stickers. So each sticker will have a child's name and a star by it. That star means they played with us. That star means they played with us season in some type of program. It might not have been flag football, soccer. It could have been different sports, basketball, things like that. But at least you know they played with us before. That way you can kind of know, all right, well, at least that child has played with us before. So at practice, just got to work on the basics. We will have an extended practice and a shortened game. So all you have to do is all you have to do at practice is just work on the basics, work on the fundamentals. We will have our ref will be on the field kind of going over the things. So depending on whether you kick the ball in or throw the ball in, so all those rules we'll go over at the field. You also need to come up with a team name. So talk to those kids about figuring out what a team name is going to be. You might need some extra help. So those younger kids might need a little more prodding on, all right, you want an animal or a superhero and help with that. again, you can be creative. It doesn't have to be just a generic name. If you want to come up with something creative and fun, don't be afraid to do that. How we're returning to play safely, we are recommending only one parent or guardian if possible. We're not enforcing it, but stressing to the parents limit the number of player or parents and family at the field. Mask will be required by all coaches, spectators, and staff. The players, as they arrive, will need to wear a mask when they're leaving, but not during practice or during the game. You want to space the kids out on the sideline as much as possible when they are sitting on the sideline. The officials will not need to wear a mask when they are reffing, but any other times they will. We'll have hand sanitizer at the field. We will have the social distancing signs. We're not doing handshakes or any high fives after the game. What you'll do is the kids will just line up on each side. 1, 2, 3, good game. And they'll cheer to the other team, tell them a good game. We're not doing any team snacks. And again, if you're not feeling well, please stay home. We will have extra staff. And like I said, our ref will be there as well. We'll be able to help that team if you can't make it for some reason. Main recommendation is keep it simple, communicate with your team, and don't reinvent the wheel. Use our tools if you'd like. And again, we're there to help. So the ref is there, so they're there to help you practice. If you have any other questions or anything, ask our staff, and we're more than happy to help you out there. Officiating, we'll make mistakes sometimes on who put the ball out of bounds. Again, their main purpose is to keep the kids safe, keep the game moving, help out with that. They are there to help you at practice and during the game. So use them as a resource. Concussion safety, again, is very important. No more back in the day of just, I'll rub it out, you're fine. We don't allow heading in the game. When in doubt, sit them out is kind of the saying. So if they do collide or something happens and they do hit in the head, make sure they are sitting out, and we can check them out if they have a headache or if they get nauseous feeling, confused, things like that. Those are important things, and so they will need to make sure they are not returning during the game. What else can go wrong? Other injuries. We do have ice and things like that in the field. We do have a weather hotline. If you do have an angry parent, please see us if the coach or the ref doesn't catch that, and we will talk to that parent. If the child doesn't want to play or something like that, let us know. We can maybe help that. So we might have seen that before. We've done it for a number of years, so we may have an idea on how to help that child. So don't think you just have to handle it on your own. If you do have unbalanced teams, sometimes a team may have a couple good players. If they're on your team, there's ways that you can do. You can take them on defense. You can tell them they have to pass the ball. There's ways to mitigate it where those couple good kids don't just dominate the game. What you can do is, again, you can email the parents if you like through the website. You can see the schedule posted online. The parents will contact you if they have their information. So if they do contact you and you can't answer the question, just forward it to me and I will take care of it. And again, we do have staff members there at the field, so don't be afraid to ask for help. They're at the field for that reason. If you do have any questions, don't hesitate to email me, call me. Again, our first people at the field are the main contact people. So if you have any questions, contact them first, because they are more likely to be able to handle the situation, because they're the ones at the field. But otherwise, you can contact me as well. And I want to thank you for watching this, and we are looking forward to a great season. All right, thank you.